My dear children, come and rest in my presence. Picture the glow of candles upon an altar, their soft flames flickering gently against stone walls as the hush of a sacred place enfolds you. Hear the faint chime of a distant church bell calling your heart to stillness, its sound like a whisper of eternity carried upon the morning air. Imagine sunlight pouring through stained glass, painting the floor with colors of heaven, a gentle rainbow of my love spilling across your path. Feel the deep stillness of a chapel at dawn, where every heartbeat slows and every burden finds a place to be laid down before me. I draw you close to myself in this quiet hour. I speak not as a stranger far away, but as your Father who knows your thoughts, your fears, and the weight you carry. I call you into peace. Here with me you are safe. Here with me you will find strength that does not run dry. My dear children, stay with me and let my words wash over your weary hearts. I see you when the world presses heavily upon you, when the storms of life roar and you feel powerless to stand. I know the moments when your strength seems to falter and the burdens you carry feel far too great. Yet I am here, and I will never leave you. I speak now to assure you that you do not walk alone, for I am your God, your refuge, and your everlasting strength. The purpose of this message is simple: to remind you of my promise. I have spoken it long ago, and it remains true today. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, and I will uphold you with my righteous hand. My dear children, remain in my presence throughout this message, for every word is meant for your heart, a balm for your soul, and a light for your path. Hear my voice, my dear children. I say to you, as I said through my prophet, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. You may feel powerless in these overwhelming times, yet my power is not diminished by your weakness. As the mighty oak stands tall with roots deep in the soil, so will I cause you to stand when the winds of life rage against you. The storms may howl, but your roots in me will not be shaken. For I am the one who planted you, and I nourish you with living waters that never run dry. When you stumble, I am the hand that lifts you. When you falter, I am the breath that restores you. My strength is not something you must earn. It is my gift to you, flowing from my heart of love. Come, drink deeply of the well of my spirit, and you will find yourself renewed. Picture yourself as a tree beside a river, its roots reaching into the stream. Even in drought, its leaves remain green. So it is with you when you abide in me. The world may wither, but you will flourish in my presence. I have promised rivers of living water to flow from within you, and those waters will refresh your weary soul. Do not measure your strength by your own capacity. Look instead to me. For when you say, I cannot go on, I whisper, yes, you can, for I am carrying you. When you say, I am too weak, I answer, my power rests upon you. Remember my word. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. My dear children, I do not promise you a life without storms, but I promise you a shelter within the storm. I do not promise a path without mountains, but I promise the strength to climb them. I do not promise a road without valleys, but I promise my presence in every shadow. Even in the darkest night, I am your light. Even in the fiercest battle, I am your shield. I know the fears that weigh upon your mind, the silent battles that no one else sees, yet you are not alone. I walk beside you, closer than your breath, nearer than your heartbeat. When your strength is gone, lean into mine. When your courage fades, rest in my arms. When your hope trembles, lift your eyes to me. I am your Father, and my promises do not fail. Let my words sink deep into you like rain into parched ground. I am not a God who abandons. I am the one who called you by name, who redeemed you, who watches over you with unceasing love. You may see yourself as fragile, but I see you as beloved. You may feel small, but you are upheld by my infinite hand. My dear children, there is no weakness in you that my strength cannot cover. My dear children, listen closely to my voice, for I speak to the deepest part of your being. I know the moments when your knees tremble under the weight of trials, when the shadows of despair whisper that you cannot endure. Yet I am here to remind you, you are not left to face this life in your own strength. You are rooted in me, and I am unshakable. Think of the great tree planted beside a rushing river. Its trunk is strong, its branches spread wide, and though storms beat against it, the tree stands because its roots are buried deep in nourishing soil. So it is with you. Your life may be shaken by winds of adversity, yet your roots are planted in my presence. I feed you with the waters of my Spirit. I strengthen you from within, unseen yet unbreakable. When you look at yourself, you may see weakness. But when I look at you, I see a vessel ready to be filled with my power. Your frailty is not a barrier to me. It is the very place where my strength is revealed. Remember this, my dear children. When you feel the most powerless, it is then that I am most powerfully at work within you. Hear again my promise. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. These are not empty words. They are eternal, sealed with my love, and spoken from my heart. Let them echo in your soul like the sound of bells ringing through the valley, steady, constant, undeniable. There will be times when you feel as though the night will never end. But know this, every dawn breaks with new mercies. Just as the sun rises faithfully each morning, so does my faithfulness rise over you without fail. The shadows may linger, but my light always prevails. My dear children, lift your eyes from the storm and fix them upon me, for I am your horizon of hope. When the enemy whispers lies of defeat, silence them with my truth. Speak aloud what I have spoken over you. I am with you. I will not forsake you. I will strengthen you. My promises are not fragile like human words. They are as solid as the mountains I formed, as enduring as the stars I hung in the sky. Do not let the weight of today's burdens convince you that tomorrow is hopeless. Even now, I am going before you. I am already in your tomorrows, preparing the way, leveling the ground, and guarding your steps. What seems impossible to you is already possible with me. What seems overwhelming is already carried in the palm of my hand. Consider the eagle soaring high above the earth. It does not labor in endless flapping. It spreads its wings and rides upon the currents of the wind. So will you rise when you trust in me. I am the wind beneath your wings, lifting you higher than the reach of despair. I give you the ability to run without weariness and to walk without fainting, not because you are strong, but because I am strong in you. My dear children, I know you long for peace. Hear me. True peace is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of my Spirit. Even in the middle of storms, my peace will surround you like a calm harbor, shelters a ship from raging seas. Come to me, and you will find rest for your souls. Do not measure your worth by the challenges you face. Do not measure your future by the size of your struggles. Measure all things by my love, for my love has no end. I am the one who knit you together, who numbered your days, who holds your destiny. Nothing is too hard for me, and nothing can separate you from my love. There will be moments when the path feels narrow and steep, yet each step you take, I walk with you. Each tear you cry, I notice. Each sigh of weariness I hear. And in every moment of exhaustion I whisper, rest, for I am your strength. Let me be the firm foundation beneath your feet, the anchor of your soul, and the fortress that surrounds your heart. I invite you now, my dear children, to release every burden into my hands. Place upon me the weight you were never meant to carry alone. In exchange, I give you my strength, my peace, and my unending joy. Do not be afraid to lean fully into me, for I will never let you fall. My grip is steady, my arm is mighty, and my love is everlasting. Imagine once more that great rooted tree. Storms will come, winds will howl, rain will pour, yet the tree remains. Why? Because its life does not depend on the storm, but on its roots. You too, my children, will remain standing because you are rooted in me. And after the storm has passed, you will see new growth, new fruit, and a fresh outpouring of life that could only come through my Spirit. Hold fast to this promise. I am with you. I will strengthen you. I will uphold you. You will not be consumed by the flood nor burned by the fire. For I, the Lord your God, am your everlasting strength. My dear children, let these words dwell richly within you. Let them be a lamp to your feet and a comfort to your spirit. When you feel powerless, return to them, for they are not merely words but life itself. In your weakness, I am strong. In your fear, I am present. In your exhaustion, I am your rest. And as you carry these truths, do not keep them hidden. Share them with others who are weary, so that my strength may also flow to them. For you are not only recipients of my promises, but bearers of my light. Shine, my dear children, shine with the strength I give, and let others see that your God is faithful. My dear children, linger with me here a little longer, for my heart delights to pour strength into yours. I know how often you feel as though you are carrying the world upon your shoulders, how often you sigh in secret when no one else can hear. Yet, let me remind you, you were never meant to carry it all alone. I am the everlasting arms beneath you, and I will never let you fall. When the weight feels unbearable, remember that I am your refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. You do not have to be strong on your own, for I am your strength. Picture yourself leaning against the solid wall of a fortress. The storm outside rages, the winds scream, but the walls around you do not move. That is what my presence is for you. You are not exposed and helpless. You are surrounded, shielded, and safe in me. Think of how a child runs into the arms of a father when fear strikes. In those arms, the child feels safe, not because the danger has disappeared, but because the father's embrace is greater than the fear. My dear children, that is what I offer you in every moment. Run to me, hide in me, rest in my embrace. I am bigger than every fear, stronger than every enemy, and more faithful than every storm. I know how the trials of life can drain your energy, leaving you weary in body, mind, and spirit. Yet my strength is like a river that never dries up. The more you draw from me, the more you will find. Even when you feel empty, I am ready to fill you again and again. Do not be afraid to come daily, even moment by moment, for my supply is endless. Do you remember how I fed my children in the wilderness? Each morning, fresh manna lay upon the ground. They could not store it up for tomorrow, but they were given what they needed each day. So it is with my strength. You may not see tomorrow's provision today, but you will never be without what you need in the moment you need it. I am faithful to give daily strength, new every morning as sure as the sunrise. When you feel powerless, recall how David, a shepherd boy, stood before the giant Goliath. He did not overcome by sword or shield, but by my spirit. My power clothed his weakness, and the giant fell. The same power that steadied David is with you now. No giant, no burden, no trial is greater than my spirit working within you. My dear children, I want you to see your life as a journey with me, always at your side. There will be valleys, yes. There will be mountains and deserts, yes. But there will also be green pastures and still waters, for I am your shepherd. I restore your soul. I lead you on paths of righteousness for my name's sake. Even when you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, fear no evil, for I am with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort you. You often think strength means the absence of struggle, but true strength, my strength, is revealed in the middle of struggle. It is the unseen courage that keeps you standing when the world says you should fall. It is the quiet endurance that carries you when you thought you could not go another step. It is the unshakable hope that blooms in your heart even when everything around you seems barren. This is my gift to you. Lift your eyes, my dear children, to the mountains. See how immovable they stand, how their peaks pierce the sky. So is my faithfulness to you higher than the mountains, deeper than the oceans, wider than the skies. Your weakness cannot exhaust my strength, and your failures cannot diminish my love. I am constant, unchanging, eternal. Let me speak to you of roots once more. Roots grow deep where they cannot be seen. They anchor the tree, drawing nourishment from hidden places. In the same way, your unseen life with me, your quiet prayers, your trust in my word, your faith in the dark, are the roots that sustain you. Others may not notice, but I do, and I promise that what is rooted in me cannot be shaken. When others crumble under pressure, you will stand, not because you are stronger, but because you are anchored in the one who cannot fall. When others lose hope, you will shine with hope, not because life is easier for you, but because you know your Redeemer lives. My dear children, do not despise your dependence upon me. It is in leaning upon me that your true strength is revealed. I have placed within you a spirit not of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Do not allow fear to steal your courage. Do not let despair blind your eyes. Do not let lies drown out my truth. I am with you, upholding you, guiding you, whispering to your heart at every step. You are mine. You are loved. You are strong in me. When you stumble, do not hide in shame. I am not a harsh master waiting to condemn you. I am your Father, ready to lift you, to cleanse you, to renew you. Strength is not found in never falling, but in rising again through my grace. My hand is always outstretched, waiting for you to take hold. Think of the seasons of the earth. Winter strips the trees bare, yet spring always returns with blossoms. So it will be in your life. You may feel stripped, empty, and barren now, but my Spirit is even now preparing new life, new growth, new strength. What feels like an ending is often the soil for a beginning. My dear children, I call you to walk in courage, not because the way is easy, but because I walk with you. I call you to stand in faith, not because you understand everything, but because you trust the one who holds all things. I call you to live in hope, not because the world is perfect, but because I am making all things new. Rest, my beloved, in this truth. Your strength will fail, but mine never will. You may grow weary, but I do not. You may stumble, but I uphold you. You may feel forgotten, but I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. I am your everlasting Father, your unshakable foundation, your unending strength. Stand firm, my dear children, for I am with you. Root yourself deeply in me, and you will not be moved. The winds will blow, the storms will rage, but you will remain flourishing, strong, and alive in my spirit. And when others look upon you, they will not see weakness. They will see my strength shining through you. My dear children, do not grow weary of hearing my voice, for I will never grow weary of speaking life into you. Each word I give is like fresh water for your thirsty soul, like bread for your hunger, like oil for your lamp. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are deeply loved, and I am always near. I see the weariness in your eyes and the heaviness in your heart. You ask quietly, "How much longer can I endure this?" And I answer you with eternal certainty. You will endure, not by your own might, but because I am your strength. You do not need to fear running out of power, for I am the unending source. I am the fountain that never dries up, the river that never ceases to flow, the sun that never ceases to rise. Imagine again the great tree planted in the midst of a storm. Rain lashes its bark, winds howl through its branches, lightning flashes above. To those who look from the outside, it seems the tree will break. But what the storm cannot see are the roots hidden deep in the ground, gripping the earth with unseen strength. My dear children, that is what I am within you. Your roots in me hold you steady when everything else shakes. I know that storms come not only from without, but from within. Sometimes the fiercest winds are the ones that howl in your mind doubts, fears, anxieties, regrets. Yet my spirit is greater than the storm in your heart. When the voices of fear rise up, I speak peace. When anxiety grips you, I breathe calm. When despair darkens your horizon, I paint the sky with hope. Be still and know that I am God. Do not despise the times of weakness, for they are sacred places where my strength becomes visible. Paul, my servant, once pleaded that a burden be removed, but I told him, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." And he found joy even in his struggles, for he learned that when he was weak, then he was strong in me. So it is with you, my children. Your weakness is the doorway through which my strength enters. Lift your eyes, my beloved ones, and see what I am doing. Even now I am weaving together the strands of your life into a pattern you cannot yet see. The threads of trial and the threads of joy, the threads of sorrow and the threads of victory, all are being interwoven by my hand into a tapestry of glory. You may not understand the picture now, but one day you will see it, and you will marvel at my faithfulness. Think of the eagle once more. It does not fear the storm, for it knows the storm's winds can lift it higher. So will you rise above what threatens to destroy you. You will mount up with wings like eagles. You will run and not grow weary. You will walk and not faint, because I renew your strength daily. My dear children, you often measure strength by what you can do, by how much you can carry, by how long you can endure. But I tell you, true strength is measured by how much you allow me to carry for you. True strength is not found in clenching your fists and pressing forward alone, but in opening your hands and surrendering to me. Lay your burdens down, for I delight to carry them. Do not let shame whisper to you that you must be strong without help. Do not let pride convince you that asking me for strength is weakness. It is not weakness to lean on me. It is wisdom. The branches of the tree do not apologize for depending on their roots. The roots are the very reason the tree can stand. So it is with you. Your life is held up by me, and I rejoice when you draw from me what you cannot supply yourself. Remember, I am the God who parted the Red Sea when my children stood powerless before their enemies. I am the God who brought water from the rock when they were thirsty. I am the God who brought fire from heaven when my servant prayed. I am the God who raised the dead, calmed the storm, and conquered the grave. Nothing is too difficult for me. And this same power is at work in you who believe. When you wake in the morning, whisper my name, and you will find fresh strength waiting. When you lie down at night, rest in my arms, and know that while you sleep, I do not. I watch over you, keeping you safe, surrounding you with my presence. You are never beyond my reach. There will be days when you feel like giving up. On those days, remember that I never give up on you. There will be moments when you feel unseen. In those moments, know that I see every detail of your life, even the hidden struggles. There will be hours when you feel powerless. In those hours, remember that I am all-powerful, and I am for you, not against you. My dear children, let my words settle deep into your spirit. Let them be the anchor when you are tossed by waves. Let them be the lamp when the path is dark. Let them be the song when silence feels heavy. I am your God. I strengthen you. I uphold you. You will not fall, for I am the one who holds you. And when this life presses hard, do not lose sight of the greater promise. This world is not your final home. One day, every tear will be wiped away, every burden lifted, every weakness turned into everlasting strength. Until that day, walk with courage, knowing that I go before you, behind you, and within you. I bless you now, my dear children, with peace that surpasses understanding, with courage that defies fear, with joy that outlasts sorrow, and with strength that flows from my eternal presence. Stand tall like the rooted tree, shine bright like the dawn, rest secure in my love. For I am your Father, and I will never let you go. My dear children, remain still and let my Spirit continue to wash over you. Every word I give is meant to be a shield to your heart and a balm to your soul. You have faced much, and you have felt the trembling of your own weakness. Yet I say again, with love, you are not alone, and you will not be overcome. I am your refuge and strength, and my presence will never depart from you. When you walk through seasons of pressure, when the noise of the world grows louder than the whisper of peace, I invite you back into the quiet of my embrace. There, in the sanctuary of my love, you will find renewal. It is not the kind of renewal the world offers, brief and shallow. No, it is the deep renewal of living waters that refresh even the driest desert of your heart. I will take your exhaustion and exchange it for my rest. I will take your despair and exchange it for hope. See the vision of the tree once again. Though storms strip away its leaves and break off branches, its life remains secure, for its roots are hidden deep in the earth. In time, new leaves appear, new branches grow, and the tree becomes stronger than before. So it will be with you, my dear children. What you feel you have lost, I will restore. What you fear has broken you, I will use to strengthen you. I do not waste your struggles. Every tear, every sigh, every night spent in prayer is known to me. I gather them as precious treasures, and I weave them into the story of redemption I am writing in your life. Nothing is meaningless when placed in my hands. Out of your weakness will come a testimony of strength. Out of your wounds will flow healing for others. Do not believe the lie that strength means never being weary. Even my son, as he walked upon the earth, grew tired and rested. Yet in his surrender to me, he revealed the fullness of my power. Strength is not about never reaching the end of yourself. True strength is found in surrendering at that end and allowing me to take you further. Remember this: the same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. That Spirit will give life to your mortal body, quickening your spirit when you feel dry, filling your heart when you feel empty. This is not distant power. It is intimate, personal, and constant. My dear children, you are never without my Spirit. When you fear the future, look back and see how I have carried you before. Recall the times you thought you could not go on, and yet here you stand. Those were not accidents. Those were the fingerprints of my faithfulness upon your life. What I have done before, I will do again. What I have promised, I will fulfill. When the waves rise high, see me walking upon them, coming toward you with calm authority. The storm does not shake me, and as long as I am with you, it will not defeat you. Take courage, for I am in the boat of your life, and no storm is greater than my word of peace. When you feel like a candle flickering in the wind, about to be extinguished, know that I am the shield that surrounds you. My breath does not blow out your flame. My breath fans it brighter. Even a smoldering wick I will not snuff out. I will cause your light to shine in the darkness, not because you are unbreakable, but because I am unending. Let your heart rest in this truth. Your identity is not found in your weakness, nor in your strength, but in my love. You are my beloved, chosen, redeemed, and upheld. Your life is hidden with Christ in me. When you stumble, that identity does not change. When you falter, my hand does not release you. When you fail, my love does not diminish. My dear children, open your hearts to receive more of me. Allow my word to soak into you like rain upon thirsty ground. Meditate upon my promises until they become the song of your soul. Speak them aloud in the moments when fear whispers. Declare them when doubt clouds your vision. Let my word be the sword in your hand and the anchor in your heart. I call you to walk with quiet courage, not the courage that shouts loudly, but the courage that remains steady when others falter. It is the courage that comes from knowing Your life is held securely in my hands. The world will try to shake you, but you are planted in me, and I am unshakable. See yourself as the tree once more, but now see its branches heavy with fruit. That fruit is the outpouring of my Spirit in your life. Others will taste of your peace and know it comes from me. Others will see your endurance and be strengthened by it. Others will hear your testimony and be drawn to me. For the strength I give you is not only for you, it is to bless and sustain those around you. Do not underestimate the quiet power of your faith. A word spoken in hope, a prayer whispered in the night, a simple act of kindness, these are seeds I plant that will bear fruit in due season. Even when you do not see immediate results, trust that I am working beneath the surface. Just as roots grow unseen, so my kingdom grows through your faithfulness. Hold fast, my beloved, for I am nearer than you realize. When you feel pressed on every side, remember that you are not crushed. When you feel struck down, remember that you are not destroyed. When you feel weak, remember that I am strong in you. This treasure is placed in jars of clay, so that the surpassing greatness of the power may be of me and not of you. Let your heart be comforted. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. The strength I gave to generations before you, I give to you now. The courage I planted in prophets and apostles, I plant in you. The hope that sustained martyrs and saints is the same hope that sustains you today. You are part of a great story, and I am its author and finisher. So rise, my dear children, in the confidence of my love. Do not shrink back when the storm comes. Do not despair when the night lingers. For even in the darkest hour my light shines, and it shines within you. Stand firm, for I am your God. Lift your head, for I am your Father. Walk forward, for I am your strength. And remember always, no force on earth, no power in hell, no weakness within you can separate you from my love. You are mine, and I am yours forever. My dear children, linger with me now in these closing moments, for even as this message draws to an end, my presence with you does not. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and I am with you at every step in between. What I have spoken into your heart today will not fade like the sound of a voice that drifts away. No, my word endures forever. It remains with you, a lamp to your feet and a light to your path, guiding you even when shadows fall across your way. I bless you now with peace, a peace deeper than the troubles you face, a peace that flows like a river through the wilderness of this world. Just as the waters of a river carve valleys through stone, so will my peace carve channels of hope through the hardest parts of your heart. My dear children, you are never far from the current of my living water. Drink deeply and let your spirit be refreshed. Think of the morning after a storm. Clouds begin to part, and the first rays of sunlight break through, painting the sky with the colors of promise. The ground, though soaked and battered, begins to glisten as the sun touches it. Birds return to sing their songs. The air smells fresh, cleansed, new. So it is when you rest in me after the storms of life. I bring calm after chaos, light after darkness, hope after despair. Remember the words I have spoken. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Let these words be like a banner unfurled over your life. Let them stand as your reminder that no matter what comes, you are not alone, for I am holding you securely. My dear children, let me draw you close now as a father embraces his little ones. Feel my arms around you. Feel the warmth of my love pressing against your fears and quieting your restlessness. You do not need to perform for me. You do not need to pretend. You do not need to be anything other than my beloved. In my embrace, you are safe. In my embrace, you are whole. In my embrace, you are forever mine. I know that as you step back into the rhythm of your daily life, the world will try to drown out this stillness with its noise. But remember, my presence does not leave when the noise begins. My spirit dwells within you. You carry me with you into every conversation, every task, every worry. And when you pause to listen, even in the busiest of days, you will hear my whisper reminding you of who you are and whose you are. Consider again the tree rooted deep in the soil. The storm may bend its branches, but it does not topple because its foundation is secure. You, my dear children, are rooted in me. The winds of this world may press hard against you, but your life is hidden in Christ, and you cannot be uprooted. You are held fast by eternal hands, and your roots go down deep into the soil of my love. When you feel weary, come back to this truth. I am your strength. When you feel lost, return to this promise. I am your guide. When you feel anxious, recall this blessing. I am your peace. When you feel broken, remember this hope. I am your healer. You never need to wonder if I am near, for I am closer than your own breath. The road ahead may hold trials, but it also holds blessings you cannot yet see. Just as dawn comes after night, so will joy come after sorrow. Just as harvest follows the sowing of seed, so will fruitfulness follow the seasons of waiting. My timing is perfect, and my hand is steady upon your life. Do not rush ahead in fear or lag behind in doubt. Walk with me, step by step, and I will lead you into green pastures and beside still waters. My dear children, hear me as I bless you with hope. Hope that rises like a flame in the darkness. Hope that steadies your heart when uncertainty shakes your world. Hope that assures you that I am making all things new. Fix your eyes not on what is seen, for what is seen is temporary, but on what is unseen, for what is unseen is eternal. Your story is not finished yet, and every chapter is written with my love. Do not let the shadows of yesterday weigh down your tomorrow. I have forgiven you. I have cleansed you. I have made you new. The cross has spoken your freedom, and the resurrection has sealed your victory. You are not bound to your past. You are bound to me, and in me there is always a future filled with promise. Take comfort in the truth that I am your shepherd. I know your name, I know your needs, and I know your heart. I lead you gently, and I restore your soul. When you stray, I come to find you. When you stumble, I lift you. When you hunger, I feed you. When you thirst, I refresh you. My care for you never ends. My blessing upon you now is like sunlight breaking through the clouds, touching your face with warmth, reminding you that the darkness will never last forever. My love upon you is like the calm of evening after a long day. when the sky glows with gentle colors and the world grows quiet. My strength in you is like the mountain standing firm, unshaken by the winds, unbroken by the storm. Let me remind you of one more promise. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. So it shall be with you, my dear children. Your hope in me will never be in vain. I will renew you again and again until the day you see me face to face. Now go forth with courage, but do not go forth alone. Carry these words in your heart as you would carry a treasured letter from a beloved Father. Speak them to yourself when doubts rise. Share them with others who are weary, for the strength I pour into you is meant to overflow into the lives of those around you. And as you carry this blessing, my dear children, I invite you to share this message of my love. Let others know of the strength I have promised, that they too may find peace. You can gently help spread these words by liking, commenting, and subscribing, not as a duty, but as an act of love, a way of carrying my light into places you may never step, reaching hearts you may never meet. Do it with joy, knowing that in this way you join me in shining hope into the world.